Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. I am super excited about this one because I've got huge convention news and a nice little bit of book news I think you guys are going to enjoy. So sit back, relax. Let's talk about my next few gaming conventions that I have planned so far, including one I've never been to before. That's the big announcement, and a bit of book news that I think you guys are going to find a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Kick back, relax, and let's just discuss. And be sure and let me know in the comments what you think of this book announcement and the conventions I've got coming up. All right, the big book news. The thumbnail of this video offers you some clue, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's go over conventions first. As I've told you guys previously, I will be at the Houston Arcade Expo November 14th through 16th. As I film this, that is this weekend. This is an amazing show. It started in the early 2000s, 2002 or so, and I've done this show a bunch of times. It is an absolute 3-day party hosted by Keith Christensen. It's basically his big weekend party every year. It is so much fun. There's live music, there's streamers and confetti and lightsabers and just vendors that stay up selling stuff till past midnight, a convention floor that's just insane. An arcade with tons and tons of pinballs and arcades set on free play, including rare stuff that you might not expect at an arcade expo, rare video games there. Pretty awesome. There's a swap meet on Saturday mornings of this show that is even better than the convention floor as far as pure retro games and merchandise that you're looking for. It's an incredible swap meet. If you're in the Houston area, come out Saturday morning for the swap meet and then join the show. It's Friday through Sunday, so come check out the Houston Arcade Expo. I'll have my books, t-shirts, Blu-rays, and all that great stuff for sale, and I'll be happy just to talk retro gaming if you want to come by my booth. Next up, a convention I will attend, but just as a fan, Retropalooza in Fort Worth, Texas, December 13th through 14th. Now, I've been going to Retropalooza. I've gone to most of them. The only one in Fort Worth / Arlington that I've missed is when I was a guest at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and obviously I wasn't going to pass that one up. But I've done almost every Retropalooza as far as being a vendor goes. But this time, I'm just going to come up as a fan. I'm going to go there on Saturday and just hang out most of the day. I might even hit a panel or two. I want to be there for the things regarding Billy, you know, his memorial or whatever. I'm sure the convention is dedicated to Billy, and I'm sure they'll do something regarding him. So I want to pay my respects, check out the vendor's floor, and just hang out with my friends. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's not too often that I go to any gaming con where I can just free to walk around and check it out and have fun without worrying about a booth to maintain. So anyway, that's going to be a lot of fun. If you see me walking around, feel free to flag me down and let's chat about retro games. Same with Houston. Even if you're not in the market for a book, just come by and say hello. Let's talk retro gaming. At the Houston show, I do have a panel on Saturday, and I will put my full convention schedule in the description of this video, so you don't have to remember all these dates and things. So check that out. But I want to talk about each show as I go, so stay tuned. Yeah, Retropalooza is a lot of fun. It's basically kind of like a big swap meet, which is, I say that in a good way because there's always a ton of games there. There's a lot of hanging out. It's really cool. See a lot of the same faces every year. Really looking forward to seeing Tyler Esposito. Shane Stein, who produced the Game Chasers movie, Adventures in Game Chasing. He told me he's going to be there on Saturday, so look for him walking around, checking it out. Looking forward to see him. It's a good friend of mine. Heritage Auctions will be there with a booth. Looking forward to seeing Sierra Caballero, who you guys have seen on this channel. She'll be working that booth. That'll be awesome. So come out to Retropalooza in Fort Worth if you get a chance. It's at a new venue this year. It's December 13th and 14th at the Will Rogers Coliseum. Yeah, it's a new venue for them. That should be interesting. So yeah, I've hit almost all the Retropaloozas. Definitely looking forward to this one. Guys, next up for me, as far as shows that I've already got planned, that I've already either been invited to or that I've planned to going to. Now, there will be more shows coming up throughout next year, and but these are the ones that are cemented in place that I will definitely be there. The Texas Pinball Festival, March 20th through 22nd. Now, I will be a guest at this show. This will be the second time I've been a guest at the Texas Pinball Festival. Usually we just go to hang out and play pinball and, check out the local food places in Frisco, Texas. A lot of great barbecue and steaks and things in the area. Great burgers up in that area. You know, it's north of Dallas, so yeah, there's a lot of great food. And yeah, Texas Pinball Festival, they've got 400 machines set up, tons of pinball. They even have some arcade games set up. I actually went to the very first Texas Pinball Festival way back in 2002. It was so much different than it's become lately. You know, it's a massive thing now. Back then, it was at a small hotel in Arlington, same place Retropalooza used to be, home of the Dallas Cowboys and Texas Rangers. Arlington, Texas, between Dallas and Fort Worth. The Texas Pinball Festival, the very first one, was at a small hotel. There might have been about 30 pinball machines, and there were no arcade video games because even as late as 2002, the pinball community and the coin-op arcade community still had a kind of a contentious relationship, especially with hardcore pinball fans versus the arcade, video game scene, because arcades in the late 70s and early 80s, especially the early 80s, started kind of pushing out pinball machines from the arcades, and you saw more and more, games like Pac-Man and Asteroids and Defender and Dig Dug and things of this nature would just took over the arcades and kind of nudged pinball out. And pinball definitely made a resurgence in the 90s and in more recent years with Stern and Jersey Jack and all this. But now there's a pretty good relationship between, hardcore pinball fans and those that really only like video games for the most part. It's sort of copacetic. You see a lot of pinballs at arcade shows and vice versa. So yeah, Texas Pinball Festival is going to be a great celebration of pinball and even video games. And I will be there as a guest, and you can come by. You can pick up a book or a t-shirt or Blu-ray or whatever, pose for a photo. Or if you have my books already, you can bring those by, or maybe some issues of Old School Gamer magazine. I'll be happy to sign those for you. Or just come out and hang out. Yeah, Texas Pinball Festival in Frisco, Texas, which is near the National Video Game Museum, also in Frisco. So yeah, that's a great opportunity. If you're out of town, come into town March 20 through the 22nd. Come check out the Texas Pinball Festival and the National Video Game Museum and have some great barbecue like at Heart 8 or somewhere while you're in town. Amazing, amazing area with a lot to do. So yeah, I love the Texas Pinball Festival. It's a great show. And Friday night is a great time to go because it's not as crowded as on Saturday. But hey, come out, get a full weekend pass. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, next up, guys. Now, this is the convention I've never done before that I'm super excited about. March 26th through 29th. Yes, the very next weekend after a long 3-day show, I'm doing a major 4-day show, PAX East in Boston. Yes, I did PAX West in Seattle, this most recent one. That was amazing. And I'm super excited to go to PAX East in Boston, which I hear is even bigger. And I've been to Boston one time before on vacation, but I'm really excited to go back. I love the history of Boston. It's amazing. The history of America. There's a lot of, sites and historical locations you can check out regarding the founding of our nation. It's really incredible. And PAX, wow, what a show. And it's so much different than all the retro gaming shows I do. You've got, publishers showing off previews of their newest and latest games, previews of their forthcoming games, and showing off games that they've just recently released. You can play those and, find out more information. And, there's vendors there. Not so many retro gaming vendors. Mostly it's about, modern publishers, independent publishers, the bigger publishers showing off their product and, yeah, selling their stuff too. I bought some games from Limited Run at PAX West and had a great time there. Loved that show. It was amazing. So looking forward to that. I will be at the Heritage Auctions booth, working that booth. I won't have my books for sale or anything like that, but if you want to come by and talk retro gaming, or if you want to bring something I've written and have me sign it, I will be happy to. You can bring that to the booth. And yeah, we can just chill and hang out if you want and come check out. We're going to bring some rare games and some cool stuff that you'll want to check out in the showcases. PAX East in Boston, March 26th through 29th. Super excited about that. It's always great to do a show I've never done before. All right, guys, now here is my awesome book information. I'm so excited about this. Now, you can see on the thumbnail of this video, John Riggs as Eggman. I am the Eggman. I am the Walrus as Dr. Robotnik. It's a great costume he does there, but John Riggs is a great friend of mine. I met him at the 2017 Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and we've been friends ever since, hanging out, at conventions, after conventions, sharing a drink together with other friends. We've done panels together. Great dude. And the guy you see on YouTube is the same guy you know in public, or that you see, just on personally as well. If you know the guy, if you're a friend of his, he's down to earth, friendly, a nice guy, just a super consistent personality, great guy, John Riggs. Well, he has signed on to do the forward, to write the forward to my next book, which is the sequel to this one, The 100 Greatest Console Video Games. The next one will cover 99 to 2009, an incredible decade for games, 11 years to be technical. But John Riggs joins a great lineup of forwardists for my book. Like I've had Walter Day and Chris Boers, the Irate Gamer, and the longtime editor for Game Informer, what was his name? Yeah, Ben. Gosh, it's been so long since I've talked to him. Ben, let me know in the comments. Remember Ben with Game Informer? Good dude. I just can't think of his last name right now. And I'm not editing this video. This is just a vlog. Anyway, guys, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 featured a foreword by Adam F. Goldberg. So yeah, guys, John Riggs, he's already written the foreword to my next book, my 100 Greatest book. I've read it. I've edited it. I've put it on my Patreon page. If you guys want to check it out at the $3 level or higher, you can read John Riggs's foreword to my next book already. And the book is, gosh, it's probably a year and a half or so, or maybe a little longer away from publication. Yeah, the book's not quite ready yet. It's around 80% or so. I've had a lot of people submit essays for this book. I'm going to write about 20 of them, and including for things like let's see, Mario Kart Double Dash and Maximo Goes to Glory, Wii Sports. I'm writing around 20 of them. Ones I have great memories of and I'm just absolutely love and think that make it in the book. But I've got other contributing writers as well. So yeah, got updates on that on my Patreon account as well if you want more information. So anyway, that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments your convention plans coming up late this year or next year. I will have more on this front as well. There are several shows that I'm really looking forward to do that I haven't been invited to yet, but I'm anxiously anticipating those invitations, and I will send out some panel pitches as well. So if you run a retro gaming con or any kind of video game convention or interested in me having me out as a guest panelist, I would love to do that. I've done panels on, the great video game crash, why retro games have become so expensive, a historical timeline. I've done various other convention panels as well. At the Houston Arcade Expo on Saturday, can't remember the time off the top of my head, but I'll put that in the description of this video. I'm going to do one on the 10 most magical video game consoles. Yeah, as far as nostalgia, cultural impact, and all that stuff. All right, guys, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Again, let me know your comments on your thoughts on these gaming conventions I've discussed, your convention plans, and what you think about our good buddy, John Riggs. I'm sure it's all positive. I mean, what could you say about the guy? He is awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much again for watching this unedited, unscripted video. We'll talk to you later. If you're a fan of my work, you might want to consider supporting me on Patreon. For just a low fee each month, you get a lot of extra content. Another way to support the channel and my writing career is to buy books direct from me, including the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, the Classic Home Video Game Series. It's like an encyclopedia set. And this massive bad boy, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L. I will put links in the description of this video where you can buy books direct from me and where you can support me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.